Hi there again, folks. This is Trader FX 711. The time now is 6:57 a.m. and it's Friday the 6th of March 2009. What we're looking at here on the euro at this particular point in time, I think we're starting to see a buy position setting up here. What we have here is a down bar on the lowest volume over the last 10 hours. Right, so I think you want to be buying here at this point, not selling. You notice that the euro is sort of traded in a range. Alright, here's the top here, and here's the next top here. Alright, so if you're going to sell at this point, you're going to be a little late. Alright, so I think you want to be on the buy side. So we're going to look to buy the euro at the close of this hourly bar. Alright, and let me just date stamp this. Okay, if I date stamp it here, if you notice to the left hand side of the screen, right, there's the 6 o'clock time frame on the 6th of March 2009. Right, and so we're looking at taking a buy on this particular trade here. Alright, we just want to wait for the close of the market, and oops, let me just widen this out. Okay, I'm looking for a close, whatever the closing price is going to be. Alright, okay, let me bring up the trade station and the euro. Looking to buy. Okay, I just want to get this ready here. Oops. Okay, so whatever the closing price is going to be here, we're going to look at taking the buy on this trade. We're going to trade one lot. Okay, it's going to give us $1 per pip on each movement. Alright, so we're just waiting to see when this price is going to close at. Right, about a minute to go. Alright, and then we'll be looking at taking a trade here, right, on the close of this particular bar. Again, we're buying because we've got lowest volume over the last 10 hours, right, on a down bar here. Okay. Alright, let's just see here when this execution happens. Alright, we're about a minute away. There we go, there's the close. If we look at the close, the left hand side, it's 125.42. So if this gets down to 125.42, we want to take the buy. Okay. Okay, one more point to get down. Right, and then we'll execute that buy trade here. Because we're doing a market order, we're doing it in live time, so I'm not using any limit orders or anything like that. It's because we don't know what the closing price is going to be at. Alright. Okay, let's just wait patiently here until we get down. You want to get down to the 125.42 area or better. Alright, on taking that particular buy. Let me just mark this in the interim. Not looking to buy at that position. We're 2 points away from our entry point. Alright, and this is live pricing at the right hand side of the screen here. Okay. One more point here, and we'll be into the market. It closes at 125.42. That's when we want to execute this trade here. Bit of patience is needed. Okay. It's just moving up and down 2 points on each side at this point in time. Okay, I just paused the video here. Alright, now we're going to submit that trade. Alright, we're in at the market at 125.45. Alright, that's because of the 3 point spread from 125.42. So our profit's going to be 125.65. Alright, let me just save that trade. Okay, if I exit that, you notice down here, right, we're in the market 125.45. Right, we've got our limit at 125.65. And let me just go to the spreadsheet here. This is our 11th trade on the 6th of March. (2009). Okay, at 7 a.m. Alright, our current balance, our opening balance is, when we got there on the trade station, 1190. I'm going to try and make I just put this figure in 2% projection just to see how much it would be in dollar value. Right, euro, we sold the euro at what was that price again? 125.45. Sorry, we bought the euro, sorry, 125.45. Not sold it. 125.45. Looking to make a 20-point profit here. There is that plus that there. Okay, the lot value is $1.19, but we only can do full lots like $1, $2, and $3. Right, so in this case we're trading $1, right? Because that's how much one lot is on the euro. Our projected profit is 1,210. Okay, and that will give us about a 1.68% return. Alright, the margin required on that particular trade, go to this, is 125 up here, 125.53. Alright, so let's put that in. $125.53, and okay, and that will give us about a 1.68% return if our target is met. Alright, let's go back to our charts here. Alright, our target, I'm going to put my target in here, is the target is 125.65. Let me put that in. Okay, so right here is where our target's going to be, right where this blue line is. Right, if price gets up there, we'll be taking our profit. Now, where's our stop going to be? Alright, want to keep our stop outside the range. Right, we've got this bottom here, right, and we've got this low here. This is the low for 2009 thus far. So I want to have my stop outside that range. Okay, if I click on here, the lowest point there is 124.55. So I'm going to have my stop 5 points lower than that. Alright. That's going to be at 124.50. Alright, so let me go to my trade station. Okay, 124.50, put in the stop. I'm going to replace that order. Okay, 124.50. Okay, if we look down here now, we should have this in trade. Alright, we've got our limits here, we've got our stops here. Alright, and we're in trade now. Everything's fully protected. Alright, let's go back to the charts. Okay, on the charts, right, we took this buy here, just to refresh. We had a down bar, and we've got the lowest volume over the last 10 hours. Right, so I think what we're seeing here on this down move, we haven't got the push that's needed. Right, the volume certainly doesn't reflect that. And volume represents professional activity, right, in the markets here. Okay, so what we want to do is we just want to sit and wait now and see how long it takes for this to either reach our profit target or to take us out on our stop. Now I think we've got a high probability of getting our profit target because one of the rules is always keep your profit targets within range. Right, here's the top of the range here, right, because in this point here they're in the same vicinity of. Our stops is outside the range, which is lower than this point here. Never keep your stops in the range because that's most likely to get tagged. Okay, so I'll come back to you closer to the time of 11 a.m. Alright, and we will see how this trade transpires. Okay, take care, catch you soon, and see you on the other side. And bye for now.